Hey everyone, Rhonda Robson with Rhonda's Tri-RRR-tistry. Thank you so much for joining me on my art channel. Today we're going to do a set of 6 coasters and I'm going to show you step by step how I created them. From the bloom technique that I used to make the design all the way to the end where I show you how I protect them as well. Alright, well let's get started. Hey everyone, alright, we're going to do some coasters with some fun colors. They are ocean colors. So I've got the Amsterdam or DecoArt Deep Sapphire. I have the Artesa Blue, Arctic Blue. I have the Amsterdam Greenish Blue. I have the Amsterdam Turquoise Green. Oops, sorry. Turquoise green. That one seems still a little thick. And then I have Amsterdam silver. So that one seems a little thick too. What a super thick base. As the pillow, I mean. Looks really pretty. I like that color combo. Okay. Next one. Oh, and by the way, I put tape on the bottom of this. Dump a little bit more on there, see if that helps. Works again. I'm not going to use my hairdryer next time. I'm just going to use the tool. I think this is too small of a circle to do that with. So pretty in there. No sense wasting paint. I did see that the sides didn't get all on the last one, so let me just do that really fast for that. There. I don't think I need quite as much. So I put it down. What I mean by the reverse colors, I'll reverse it and use black cell activator. Okay, let's go ahead and spin this out. I think that's good, right where it's at. All right, we're gonna go in reverse order. So let's get that on there. And we'll end with black cell activator too. Oop, that brought in the white. You see that? I swear there's a fly bugging me, and he bit me, a fly bit me earlier, so now I'm kind of freaking out on it. What I'll do, that didn't work. I don't do a very good job on transfers. I get too much of the pillow maybe, I don't know. But I'm gonna just get that all the way off there. I'm just giving it paint to help it move. That's all I'm doing there. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that paint off of there, and then I'm going to stretch it back. Let's stretch it back now this way. Kind of more in the center, and then I'll spin that out. Oops, that was the way I came. Gotta go the other way. All right, well, let's just spin this out now. I think I'll just leave it as is that way. And yeah, go from there. We'll go do the next one. And the groceries are coming, so I may have to stop in the middle of this, but we'll see. think so. We're going to do it again. Here comes the white. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. I'm okay to blow it down for a second. Then it needs to kind of come back into the center, and then I need to spread it. Silver, so not white. Lots of air bubbles popped right there. Should probably do that ahead of time before I blow on it. not bad. There's some white in there I don't like, but I can use a marker to get that next time. So I think I'm going to call that one good. It's been sitting here for a little longer, so there we go. Kind of come up high and drizzle more. Ugh, I didn't want that to happen. Try to drizzle more instead of the clumps. Except for maybe a little bit more in the center. Right. This is the one that I'm worried about the most. There we go. I think that was the best blowout I've had, but we'll see. Torch before I put my colors in there, because the bubbles, the white specks, are from the white paint. And it's funny how it has been sitting there for a day before I started last. I keep seeing little teeny tiny specks of white come up. So yeah, bummer, huh? We'll continue to watch this as it comes in and grows back towards the center. I'm gonna see if something happens by leaving it and not blowing in the center at all. It's really kind of interesting. I hit this with the heat gun, it's gonna pop up a bunch of white. But if I don't hit it now, it's gonna do it anyway when it dries. So, see all those little white specks? We'll just pretend like we wanted those. They're still moving. I'm gonna wait till these guys over here touch that one in the center. And then we'll go from there. Some more bubbles that have come up. Okay, let's go ahead and spin this out. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture of it before. I think that's good. Groceries are going to be here any moment, so let me go ahead and take this, pop this in. Hey everyone, all right, we are going to test this polyurethane on these coasters. I have taped the back of these when I poured them, and so I want to see how this polyurethane works. It's a polyurethane clear gloss extreme protection is what it says. It says it's water-based, non-yellowing, UV protection. So let's see, this is the first time I'm actually using it. It says interior wood and metal. It was recommended on one of my one of the Facebook pages that I'm on, and so I just really wanted to try it and see what happens. So all right, so let's move these out of the way. I was doing some other varnishing earlier. As you can see, I wasn't testing this one, but I don't know if I should mix that. So let me just mix it just a little bit. You just never know what's settled in there. Doesn't really look like it needs to be mixed, but let's just do it just in case. Probably works better if you do. I just don't want to get too many bubbles in it. Okay, that's nice and runny too. Which is nice. That means it's probably a good self-leveling. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna hold it so I can get all of, it's thicker than the Liquitex gloss varnish. And actually, you know what I should have done? So I should have cut my edges first. So I'm gonna stop this in just a second. Just gonna do this one first, and then I'll cut the edges of my other ones. All right, so there's some bubbles there. A little harder to pop them. So put a little thicker coat on. Probably should have read the directions, so I'll do that next. But I want to get this one at least covered. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna pause and I'll be back. Actually, I'm gonna, oh, there goes some bubbles. I saw them pop. Just didn't get low enough, I guess. All right, cool. Let's see. There's a few on there, and then I want to make sure. All right, everybody, I'm back. I am going to just cut these little, I don't know if you can kind of see that, but there is just a little bit of an edge here on some of these, and I want to cut that off. So I have a tile here, and I've got a blade, although that blade looks kind of yucky. Might have to look for another blade, but let's just go ahead and, if you see just a little area here, I'll show you this way. There's just a little bit right there, so I just want to like cut just a little bit. I don't want to get into the coaster at all, because then it'll get white, and you don't want that. Just don't want to make, you want to make sure that there's no edge. So the best you can. So that one looks pretty darn good, actually. There's that. Let's see this one. See if I can just kind of bend it over. And I can. It's just where it was sitting on something that was helping it to dry. Yeah, that little piece right there. Let's get that. There we go. That one looks good. Yeah, that one got up just a little bit onto the white there. I don't want to do any more there. I'm just taking the blade and just barely going across that paint to kind of get that lip off of there. This one looks pretty good. Oh, there's a little piece there. There we go. There's like a chunk right there. I don't know what happened. If while it was wet, it kind of came up on top of it. Okay. All right, so we're good to go now. So let's go ahead and varnish these. Let's get this blade put away first. Safety first, right? Very careful. And then let's go ahead and get this started again. So I spent a little bit more time on the instructions, and it said it can be sprayed on with a certain type of spray, or you can do a brush. I'm using a sponge. It seemed to work on the last one. It does add a little bit of air bubbles, but I'm not too worried about it because I was able to pick them out with this and with my tool here. So, whoops, I don't want to do that. Scratch up my cool coasters here. And if you kind of notice, I have some Cling Glad Peel and Press. That works the best to keep your sponges moist and save them for the next time you need them. So let's go ahead and put a nice, it didn't say like really thin coats, and it didn't say, you know, thick coats or anything like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting on a little bit of a, I don't want to say a thick coat, but a good amount, generous amount to just kind of go across. Make sure it all gets in there. And I mean all that gets in, all the little crevices that might have shown up. And then I'm getting all the air bubbles out. And after I do that, I'm kind of coming down and using my tool to get other air bubbles. There's one right there. There we go. And it looks like I need some on the side here. Kind of hard to go around the side without on this stand. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is create some stands because I'm kind of hooked up with my microphone. I'm just going to put it over here, a makeshift stand, and then I'll move it to the back in the drying area in a minute. All right, let's do this one next. So I get a light coat on it. I want to go around the edges, making sure I get as much of the edge as possible before I start finalizing my top. And then I'm just going to dig in, get a little bit more. And we're going to do one more kind of thicker across. What's interesting is it says it doesn't yellow, but it looks kind of yellow when it dropped down there. All right. Those are little crevices, so I'm going to take a little bit from my corner of my brush. There. Okay, and that one's done. These are such pretty colors, these coasters. They've been sitting around on my pool table for a while, and I'm like, okay, I got to get these done. They're super cool. Make sure you go all the way to the edge. That's what I'm doing right there. Sometimes we get it piled up in the center and we forget just the edges too as well. On this, you can, it says you can do 3 to 5 coats, and it's really strong. So I want to just kind of see how it ends up with the first coat before I decide how many coats I want to do. There's a little divot, so just take the corner of your brush or your sponge and just add a little bit in that little crevice. And don't afraid to get down low, you know, just to make sure things are good. And then the other thing I want to be careful on is the drips, right? So I will make sure that I go around and get all the drips before I put it in its drying spot. Right now I'm going to let it drip for a little bit over there. But you don't, those are hard to get off. I did put tape on these, so it'll be a little easier, but with resin it's really tough. That's why I wanted to try this product here instead of resin. Although I learned a trick with resin, I just slightly heat it, and that seemed to work really nicely. But I wanted to try a new product, so see how this one goes. Readily, easily get it. There's a lot of little air pockets on my coaster, so this will be nice to make sure that these get closed. Oops. Okay, just one more. These were made with the bloom technique, and then I took a tool of some type and I just kind of swirled around it. So kind of wreck the bloom, if you will, but you can still see the nice cells in there. I made three of them with black cell activator and 3 with white cell activator to kind of go with each other but be somewhat different. Okay. Really pretty. All right, I will get you down low and I will show you all of these as they're wet, and then I will show you what they look like when they're dry. It says it only takes a short amount of time for it to dry before you need to put on your second coat. It actually is about 2 to 4 hours before recoating. Okay, here they are wet down low, but I'm going to show you. They do need to be get the bubbles out. So I'm going to do that here really fast for you. And I'll check them again before I put them in their drying spot. And they may, you can kind of see that hopefully that self levels, but if not, I'll get another coat on there. So anyway, all right, well, that's what they look like for right now. Bye. I really liked how this varnish, this polyurethane turned out. Really nice. I'll get you so that you can see the glare. I did 3 coats on it, but I think it looks really nice and it's nice and hard. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I usually use resin. Well, I dropped it and it still looks amazing. I don't see anything that's hurt on it. It didn't break on my floor down here. But yeah, I like the way this turned out, and I may use it more often on my different projects. But anyway, I like it, and I think it turned out very nice compared to resin. Sometimes resin is hard to use, and so I like it. Yeah, looks really great. I like it. 3 coats. All right, well, here are the end results to all of these. And, you know, after they got varnished, they look amazing. So the new varnish that I'm using for those looks amazing. It isn't tacky afterwards, sometimes like resin can be. And as I kind of looked at them, you know, I have my favorites. That's probably one of my favorite ones with the white cell activator. The other two are kind of, I don't know, there was some stuff in the center that I didn't really like how it dried. And then for the black one, I think that one is probably my favorite. And that's pretty cool too, but they're all really cool in their own way, right? But I think those two are probably my favorite. Anyway, that's the set of coasters all finished. The backs look like that. Don't they look really nice? Really clean. Using the tape just is so much nicer, and then I don't have to paint it. It just worked out way better. All right, well, thanks for joining me on this video. Bye for now. Bye. Thanks for joining me today, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell. And if you like this video, I bet you're gonna like these as well. Thanks a lot and have a great day. Bye.